How's it going, everybody? So today I'm going to show you how to properly change a tire in case you ever get a flat. There's been a few times in my life where I've been either driving on the highway or in neighborhood streets where I've come across a nail or my tire's gone flat and I've had to change it on my own. So today I'm going to show you the proper way to get the tire off, to switch your tire, and to make sure that you stay safe the entire time, especially when you're jacking the car up. So to start, you want to make sure you find all the proper equipment. You need your jack and then the various pieces of metal that'll help you take the lug nuts off and then also to jack the car up. If you don't know where to find it, be sure to consult your driver's manual. It has really helpful information. It also will tell you how to do this too in case you ever forget or if you are unable to do it on your own. When you're doing this, the first thing you want to do is put the car in park. You want to figure out which tire is flat. So if it's a clear flat, you'll know which one it is. If you've lost air, you can use an air pressure gauge to see which one is leaking air so you can change it easier. The next thing you want to do is you want to figure out where your spare tire is. For a lot of cars, it is on the outside, but for others, it's going to be on the inside of the car, under the trunk, or somewhere else. So you want to make sure you know where that is. So the next thing you want to do is going to loosen the lug nuts on the tire. You want to do this before you do anything else. It'll make it a lot easier when you're actually switching the tire if they're already loose. Otherwise, you're really not going to be able to get them off. And when you start this, be sure to go in kind of a diagonal way. Don't go around in a circle. It's going to be easiest on yourself, and you'll be able to find that you get through it quicker. They are really tight when you start, so you have to work at it just a little bit. So when you're doing this too, you want to make sure that you're in a safe spot. If you're on the side of a road, be sure you're all the way to the side with your hazards on. If you're on a hill, see if you can roll down to the next place to a flatter ground, so that way you can make sure that the car is going to stay stable and that you're not going to have to worry about any other drivers or any traffic. So after you get the lug nuts loosened, you're going to take your jack, which is this part, and figure out where it's going to go underneath the car. So if you're doing the back wheels, oftentimes they will have a little groove where you can actually put the jack under, so that little box there. So you want to make sure when you're jacking up the car that you line it up very well with that. It's a little difficult, so the way I recommend doing it is jacking it up a little bit like this, so that way you can at least see where it's going to line up and where it's going to end up. So you want to get it lined up, and then to reach it, you have a couple extra bars with you. So this one's going to be the one that hooks in on the jack itself, and this is more of an extension. And then you also still use this bar. You want to put it into the jack as such, so it'll help you actually twist and you can actually get it up faster. So when you're hooking it in, you want to find the little circular piece here. Simply just insert the bar, and from there you're going to twist it to the right to get it to go up, left to go down, and you want to make sure that it stays lined up as well as you possibly can until it starts actually getting on the car. It is difficult to keep it straight, so don't worry about that. You can always go under again and raise it back up. So I'm going to do this, and then we'll cut back and we'll move on to the next step. So once you get it jacked up, you can see that you really don't need the tire very much off the ground. Usually about an inch of clearance, or if you can see all the way underneath, is more than enough distance. If you get it jacked up too high, it's going to put a lot of strain on the car, especially on the axle that has jacked up. And it's really not necessary to get it past the inch. This is because all you have to do is take the tire off at this point and put the new one on. So this is the easiest part of changing the tire actually. All you have to do is take all the lug nuts off and pull the tire off. I'm not going to be doing all of that just to save some time, but it is nice to have a couple tricks. And one that I've learned from my dad was that when you take the lug nuts off, you want to make sure you know where all of them are. So what I like to do is I like to keep the door open by the tire that I'm taking off, so I can take the lug nut and put it in the cup holder that's right by it. So when you get all of those off, you're going to take the tire off all the way and switch it with the spare, and they're going to switch spots. From there, it's really easy. All you do is reattach the lug nuts, jack the car back down, and when you're doing that, make sure you're staying back because you don't know if the car is going to roll or tilt at all. So when you're putting the car back down, make sure you're using the entirety of the tools that you have so you can keep a safe distance from the car. Throughout all of this, if you have it, I would recommend calling AAA, or if someone in your car has AAA, they are able to use their membership as well. Even if you're changing the tire yourself, it's good to know that someone might be coming to help in case there's another problem with your car, or if you're unable to get the lug nuts off on your own, they'll be able to help you out since they have automated tools. I hope this helps, and I hope you're able to jack your car up and change the tire next time you get a flat.